congresswoman being shot.
Tucson,
yeah.
Yeah, and that was. What did they have in common?
They were gun-free zones.
They were, and where the congresswoman was shot.
You're right. That strip mall
was not a mass shooting, though.
That's true, because there was a guy there with a gun. He didn't use it, but he reacted, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
he cites. I mean, the dude's a liar. We know that, right? But this garbage.
No. He doesn't always relate the truth.
Well, it wasn't as true as it could have been, or something, right? I mean, what didn't they put out? Was that when was that? Was that after Benghazi, or what was that? I don't know if it was about Obama or something Hillary said, but their statement after they made a statement was, it wasn't the whole truth, or it could have. What the heck wasn't?
I don't remember.
It was something like that. Like it wasn't as true as it could have been, but we didn't lie.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that was about the reason for the shooting was because of that movie.
Yeah,
they were backpedaling on that.
Yeah.
Jeez. We didn't lie. We just didn't really say the truth.
Yeah. What we told wasn't a whole truth or something like that. Come on, it's ridiculous. I mean, but seriously, the audacity of this coward to get up there, right? Why hasn't he been a victim of a mass shooting?
But because wherever he goes is not a gun-free zone?
Is that why? Maybe. Is it because he's constantly surrounded by people with guns?
Well, that's what I meant. Wherever he goes is not a gun-free zone.
Yeah, no. I mean, it is for me and you.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The other thing you notice what he didn't say, he didn't mention once gun control.
Because, of course not.
Because he does not. Because even though he wants to get rid of all the guns in the world, he doesn't want to come out and say that, so that when we say something bad about Obama in regards to guns, his lackey supporters can say, well, what gun laws has he written? What has he ever done?
Yeah.
How many guns has he taken away from you?
Well, look,
he has people for that.
It's harder, right? It's harder to argue against him saying gun control than it is him coming out saying somebody with a mental illness that wants to inflict, this kind of carnage shouldn't be able to easily get a gun, right? Whether you agree with him or not, there's going to be more people supporting what he is calling, background checks to check for mental illness and that kind of garbage, which we know isn't really what the intention is, and that's not how it works. But that's what he kind of says. That's his roundabout way of saying gun control is somebody like this shouldn't be able to get a gun. Right.
Right. But he doesn't really come out and say, what we need to do is have, gun control and all that. He skirts around that.
Yeah. Now, the type of gun.
Like a politician.
The type of gun is interesting because there were some witnesses that said.
I don't know what kind of gun it was.
That said handgun.
Yeah.
Witnesses said they saw him running with a handgun. The one guy that just got out of the military heard the shot and said it sounded like a handgun. But the one article I read said unconfirmed reports that it was a long gun.
We are confirming that it's unconfirmed, that the confirming that was confirmed earlier has been unconfirmed, that it was a long gun.
Yeah. So my guess is it probably was a handgun. It doesn't matter.
Makes sense.
It makes zero difference as far as I'm concerned. But, they're going to have a hard time blaming it on a scary black assault rifle.
Yeah, we hope. Because more people die from hammers than do rifles, or murdered with hammers.
Yeah, well, we are the only civilized nation in the world that has the rate of hammer deaths that we do.
We should do something about hammer deaths.
And you know what?
We could call it the Thor Initiative.
I actually bet you.
The Thor Initiative.
I bet you that that's true.
Thor's hammer. The Thor Initiative.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, that was funny.
All right, let's move on to something else. I don't know. Let's take a break, actually.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Well, wait.
Oh, we're still here. We're just kidding.
It's not really a break time.
I want to apologize to the audience. I tried very, very hard to get us to the break without
this. Tricky.
Go ahead. They're waiting.
Which president was the first to run against a woman candidate?
Ooh, I know this one.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
We'll be back.
All right.
Are you looking for some way cool t-shirts? Check out ChugDoug.com. They have hundreds of crazy fun t-shirts like gun, patriotic, and you better believe zombie shirts. At ChugDoug.com, you'll find quality shirts at a quality price. All shirts start at just $10 with free shipping over $50. Mention Radio 1 coupon code at checkout and grab a cool 10% off. That's ChugDoug.com. T-shirts with attitude.
At odds.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. But doctors have recently discovered they are unable to reverse or control serious side effects, such as internal bleeding caused by Xarelto. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Call now if you or a loved one was hospitalized from any form of internal bleeding or stroke after taking Xarelto. You may be entitled to a cash award and substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. There is limited time to file a claim, so call now. Call 800-837-9483. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-837-9483. That's 800-837-9483. Again, 800-837-9483.
Hi, this is Jeff Carlisi from the band 38 Special. The mainstream media has failed the American people once again. Internet radio networks like Red State Talk Radio will not fail you. Tune in 24 hours a day. Studios A and B. Great conservative programming around the clock. Red State Talk Radio, the dominant force in Internet conservative talk radio.
The offer of a franchise can only be made through delivery of a franchise disclosure document. Imagine yourself being a leader in America's fastest growing demographic category. More than 10,000 people a day turn 65, and a large percentage are going to need a helping hand at home or in choosing the right assisted living community. Always Best Care is looking for people who've excelled at everything they've done, but they're seeking a new challenge. Always Best Care is one of the fastest growing companies in this explosive field. We're looking for 25 new franchisees to keep our booming business growing. We'll back you up with the strongest award-winning marketing program in the industry, and we'll provide the special training and support that's fueled our growth to prepare you for this great opportunity. All that's missing is you. Call Always Best Care toll-free at 1-800-643-3819. That's 1-800-643-3819. For Always Best Care, 1-800-643-3819. Call today.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 877-595-5381. That's 877-595-5381. Again, 877-595-5381. Call now.
From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys.
The night is dark and full of terrors. That's why I listen to the At Odds Show with Nate and Brian. Those guys soothe my soul.
And welcome back. I'm Nate. That's Brian over there. Brian, we've been itching, and we got...
I know.
You don't even know.
I see our board. It's lit up.
You don't... Yeah, I was going to say, you don't know how many calls we got.
It's lit up.
With guesses.
Yep.
From the question you asked. None of them correct.
No. Which president was the first to run against a woman candidate? Now, it may surprise you.
It might, yes. Now,
because it was... What? Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, you would say, I don't know, Obama, right? That's the obvious guess.
But this happened in 1872.
Yeah, it did.
And it was Ulysses S. Grant
Yeah.
ran against Virginia Woodhull. She was the nominee of the Equal Rights Party.
Yeah. Wow.
Imagine that. People think they're making crossroads now.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Making history with Hillary. And
Yeah.
by God, we had women running back in the 1870s.
Mr. Grant.
He's on a $50 bill.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bills, by the way.
Do you know what? They're rare.
Are they rare?
I don't know. I haven't seen one in a long time.
You know what the most common bill is?
I'm guessing 20.
No.
One.
20 is
Kinda
pretty
sad.
common, too.
Yeah, 20. I mean, seriously.
Of the big bills, 20 is
seriously, I don't remember the last time I saw a 50.
Yeah, you don't see them in circulation too much.
No, you don't.
Or 100.
I see those way more often than a 50.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Generally, the honor is the smaller the denomination, the more there are, the more it's circulated, the greater the honor to have your picture on it.
Sure. And I'm sure Washington is really happy.
That's why Washington's on a quarter and Lincoln is on a penny. And the law says that no other person can be on the penny, which is going to be odd when they eliminate the penny at some point.
Why will that be odd?
Because there won't be any coins with Lincoln on it. They'll have to restrike a 2.5 cent or something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Who's on a nickel?
I don't know. Jackson?
Come on, who's on a nickel?
Benjamin Franklin.
No,
I don't know who's on a nickel.
Really?
It's not important.
One of the greatest writers in the whole history of the United States?
Stephen King?
Not Stephen King. Political writers, document drafters. Thomas Jefferson.
Were there some important documents?
Jefferson.
Were there some important documents drafted?
He's on a nickel. Jefferson.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Who's on a dime?
What?
On a dime.
I don't have any dimes. Let me look.
It's Roosevelt.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Now, who is on a 50-cent piece? One was a president, and one was not a president.
What are you talking about?
50-cent pieces.
Okay.
Well, it used to be a Benjamin Franklin, and now it's John F. Kennedy.
Yeah. Wow.
What president's on a dollar coin?
That's
You heard him tonight.
Pocahontas? Is it Pocahontas?
No, you heard him tonight.
Obama?
I said what president was on a dollar coin?
Obama?
Eisenhower.
Okay, let's move on.
Really?
Yes.
We got to get the day in history at some point in here.
Okay.
You want to do it now or later? Okay. Let's move on to government shutdown.
Yeah,
you said it almost was close. I didn't even hear about it.
Yeah.
Must have been really good.
Yesterday, though, I think was the deadline, right?
I don't know.
To pass.
Did they shut down?
No. No, which is good. It's good.
Why?
Everyone's going to keep getting their paycheck, which is excellent news.
Okay, good.
Absolutely excellent news.
Good.
At least through December or something. They, of course, what they always do, they just pass a short term. We'll keep arguing about this because we're idiots and we want, the drama's good for television.
Silence.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? I don't know. We could talk about Dr. Carson.
To talk about... Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I don't even know what you want to say about it.
I just wanted your opinion on
I think he's old news, too. On what? Carson? He's too soft-spoken.
What do you mean? My energy level is just fine.
Yeah.
I get up out of the chair.
I don't really care about his energy level necessarily. I just can't ever hear him.
When I was in med school specializing in brain surgery, I had a frontal lobotomy done.
Did he?
We had to practice on each other. Mine didn't go well.
So what?
I don't know. He made a comment that Muslims shouldn't be president.
Yeah. Well, that's. I mean, yeah.
Then he modified it and says, "Well, I think they can be senators and legislators. That's okay, but they can't be presidents."
But he said he wouldn't advocate for it.
Yeah.